For anyone who thinks I'm put together 24/7, I'm literally filming this 30 minutes before I have to go to work, which is probably gonna make me late. Nicole, if you see this, I'm so sorry. And it may or may not be the day before I have to post it. Child anyways. Hi guys, welcome back to Weekly Dose of Sunshine. How are you guys doing today? I hope well. I also hope you felt a greater sense of kindness surrounding you last week. I feel like it is needed more than ever right now, and especially as we approach the end of the year. Things start to get so crazy with the holidays, the end of the semester, the ever-growing to-do list. Being kind to others during these times can really help the natural influx of stress that we may be feeling, because it can truly be a lot. Believe me, I understand. That being said, I thought this week we could discuss ways to help manage stress. That way we can end 2020 hopefully on a high note. In fact, I think I might know something that can help. Everyone, meet Finn. Finn's our newest little pupper. Oh, you wanna talk about stress? Homeboy here's been put me through it, but I love him nonetheless. He doesn't like this. He's not meant for fame, I guess. Anyways, like I said before, I don't know about you guys, but things tend to get really busy and somewhat stressful towards the months of October, November, and December. Don't get me wrong, there are still a lot of fun things that come with the last quarter of the year. In fact, it is by far my favorite time of the whole entire year. However, your to-do list seems to inevitably grow longer as a result of holiday planning. You have to clean extra, cook extra, and make sure you get gifts for everyone. There's decorating to be done, guest lists to be made. If you're in school, November and December also means extra papers, projects, and assignments leading up to finals week. Your job may become an extra pain as well, especially depending on where you work. Retail gets flooded with holiday shopping, restaurants are swamped with catering orders and extra people coming out to celebrate with their families, and big deadlines are due in order to make your end of the year bonus. Just to make things extra fun, we even have a weird little layer added on top with the whole coronavirus thing going on. But I don't want this video just to pertain to holiday or school stress. I want it to cover all stress. And while that may be a very broad scale to cover, I think we can do it. I know everyone definitely faces different stressors within their lifetime. School, work, finances, relationships, whatever it may be. Which, side note, I would be more than happy to do separate videos on all of those topics if you guys would like. Just throwing that out there. Anyways, however, stress affects all of us in somewhat similar ways. And at the core, those effects tend to be rather negative. It is essential for us to learn how to manage and deal with our stress, especially when it comes to chronic stressors. Chronic stressors are events, people, or things that you're constantly exposed to that little by little chip away at your happiness. They can be really big and scary, like abusive relationships, or clocking into a job that you absolutely hate every single day. Or they may be on the smaller side, like having to sit in rush hour traffic or dealing with a not so fun coworker. Regardless of what your stressors may be, you already know that the effects they have on you are not good. Yet you are still stuck participating in them. And I have to ask, why? You may feel like you have to, like you have absolutely no way out. You have to go to school, you have to go to work. Dropping out or quitting would mean you're a failure. You may feel like staying in a relationship with someone is easier because they're comfortable and familiar, or because you've convinced yourself that there's still more good there than bad. But is that really true? You may feel like all of your problems are your own to deal with, and that it is your responsibility to get everything done by yourself. And if that's you, I highly suggest that you go back and watch my video on how to ask for help, even if you already have seen it. You might feel like you can't move away, that you can't leave that person, that you can't find a new job, that you don't have time to work out, see a therapist, whatever it is that you may need. You have convinced yourself that you need to live in your stress because sometimes things are just uncomfortable to get to where you need to be. And while that is 100% true, there is a huge difference between being uncomfy and downright miserable. Are you just a little stressed for maybe an hour or two day to day? Or have you pushed yourself to the point where you now have an autoimmune disease, multiple food allergies, and are popping pills like an 85-year-old at the age of 19? Me. Be honest with yourself. You know the answer. So without further ado, today I'll be giving you 3 ways to help manage your stress for any type of stress. Coming in at number 1, be realistic with yourself. You have to start asking yourself, why am I stressed? What has led you to want to pull all your hair out or cry in the drive-thru at Dunkin' Donuts? Is this something within your control? Like your daily schedule, spending, relationships, etc. Or is it something that's out of your control? Like your age or how others perceive you? And honestly, I think you will come to find that whatever is stressing you out is in your control 98% of the time. Even if that may not seem true, believe me, it is. Once you identify your stressor, ask yourself, am I being realistic with myself when it comes to this situation? What I mean by this is, are you creating the opportunity for your stressor to hold power over you? Can you really do all 15 things on your to-do list in one day? Can you realistically commit to joining another club on campus? Does the relationship you're struggling with actually hold the potential to grow, or is it only causing you more harm than good? As always, be honest with yourself. Are you really setting yourself up for success? Or are you clinging on to things and people that no longer serve you because you think it's what you're supposed to do? This leads us to the second way you can manage your stress. Prioritize what is important to you. Once you learn to be realistic with yourself, you can start to set boundaries. Cut out the things that are no longer important to you or where you're currently at within your life's journey. Anything that stresses you out needs to go. And I mean everything. Work and school may feel like obligations, but if it leaves you absolutely miserable at the end of every single week, you should probably consider searching for another job or switching your major. It is never too late to change courses, especially if it's going to make you happier. If it feels like you don't have enough hours in the day to get things done, drop a class or a club. Quit your position within the PTA. Do something that allows you to free up an hour or even just a few minutes for yourself. Once again, be honest with yourself. Are all of your commitments something that you thoroughly enjoy? Or are they all actually helping you get to where you want to be within life? Dropping them doesn't make you a failure. It shows you that you value your peace and your time. If you just aren't vibing with a friend, a significant other, even a family member anymore, don't be afraid to let them go. There is no point in holding on to what's there, no matter how much history the two of you may share. People are allowed to grow and change. Protect your energy and know your worth. You can pick and choose just about anything and everything that is present within your life. So stop settling for things that bring you stress. Then last, but definitely not least, my personal favorite. Number 3, realize that at the end of the day, nothing matters. Of course, you can take that in the completely wrong context. Don't do that. I don't mean that everything's hopeless and that you should just throw your life away and that just stop trying altogether. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm also not promoting that you should go do anything illegal or bad or dangerous. Don't do that either. What I'm trying to say is we are literally humans floating around on a rock in an endless space that is expanding into nothingness. One bad grade's not gonna kill you. Not knowing what you want to do with life, even if you're 50 years old, is okay. It doesn't matter if you've been in a relationship or not. It doesn't matter if you don't know what you want to major in or where you want to work for the rest of your life. If you're rich or poor, old, young, male, female, anything in between. This is a really poor execution of what I'm trying to say here. The point is, you are one person in the smallest blippet of time. You're on this earth to live your life exactly how you want to do it. I know society has placed this whole entire thing on us where we're born, we have to go to school, we have to get a 9 to 5 and work until we're 65 and then somehow hopefully retire on a beach, maybe, if we're lucky, get married by 20 whatever, otherwise we're losers. Have a kid by at least 30, otherwise whoa, you're too old. And God forbid you pick the wrong career or the wrong degree, because then you're left looking stupid and ostracized by the rest of society. You have to look a certain way, act a certain way, walk a certain way, talk a certain way. But at the end of the day, none of it actually matters. You're your own person, living your own life. You can literally do whatever you want to do with it. So stop worrying about not having everything figured out. Because literally, I promise you, no one else knows what they're doing either. Stop freaking out if you haven't set these expected milestones that have been placed on us by society. Literally, wear what you want to wear, cut your hair, get a tattoo, pierce your ears, start a business, rent a van, travel the world, do whatever you want to do, and stop letting yourself and your brain and society push you into this box where you spend every day miserable and just crippling from stress that literally only holds power over you if you let it. You already know every week I tell you guys you're amazing. Please start realizing it. Don't succumb to stress. Which I know sounds a lot easier and prettier said than done, as literally everything we talk about. But I need you to understand that you're 100% in control of your life, and things only can stress you out if you let them. So, this week, as always, choose to be happy and choose to be you. Let that inner sunshine really glow. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm sorry if this one gets a little long, a little ranty, but I mean every single word of it. I love you all dearly, and I will catch you next week. Until next time.